Hello. Today is Friday, March 27. This is the end of the first week of our new endeavor in remote learning at Trinity University. The past few weeks have been very hard. I was able to share in a message about a week ago some of my feelings of sadness, anger, and concern that I think have been shared by students, faculty, and staff alike. We know now that the pandemic threat is real, and it's very important that we all continue to practice social distance. There are a lot of things that may feel uncertain at this time, but I'd like for you to take just a moment to think about one thing that I believe is a real certainty. Look around you at fellow faculty members, staff members, and think about the kind of community that Trinity is. You have all shown how we can move forward together. You've really exemplified what it means to think deeply and act meaningfully, which is one of our core values as we think about who we are. Trinity is resilient. And in the face of adversity, we come up with good solutions. We make decisions based on our values. Because you all have accomplished so much in so little time, I'd like to take just a moment to share some names of very specific thanks. And I know I can't name every single individual, but there are some groups that have worked really hard. As you think about the beginning of what we've been going through, the crisis management team that was co-led by Ivan Pendergast and Gary Logan have done incredible things. And there are many groups there that I can't name everyone, but I give a special shout out to Dr. Marcy Youngdahl. She really has helped us understand the medical implications of this virus long before we were getting a lot of public information. I also want to thank some of the first people to respond. The Center for International Engagement, they got our students back home from different countries, and they also helped our international students get back home to their places of residence. Faculty member and director Katsuo Nishikawa was essential there. The assistant director for the center who leads study abroad, Andre Martinez, was really incredible in his work. And David Ribble, our associate vice president for academic affairs, supported them in all of that effort. The other big thing that happened so fast was Residential Life Leadership Team. They facilitated the quick move out of almost 2,000 students. That group is led by Cheryl Tynes, Deb Tyson, and David Tuttle. But there was this incredible team of Residential Life staff members: Stephanie Ackerman, Rachel Boaz-Topple, Marquise Cunningham, Michael Logan, Taryn Tipton, Nathan Tuttle, Lisa Chapa, Sierra Valdivia, and Amy Lansford. They've done incredible work. Also, all the kind of adjustments we made in policies to think about employees and the things that we needed to be concerned about, human resources led by Barbara Baran-Centino, they've just kept up the pace to help us do the things we needed to do. And finally, there's one story that you may not be aware of, but student accounts led by Clara Wells, they managed to actually work over a weekend and get a lot of the refunds of housing and food services deposited into student accounts. That team is led by Clara Wells, but all of that crew did phenomenal work. And I really thank Eric Malouf for supporting them in that effort. Finally, Strategic Communications and Marketing Team, Tess Cudi-Anders, Ted Gartner, and Gina Baljeira, they have led that entire team to help us communicate accurately and clearly. A big shout out goes to Stephanie Enoch. She created the special COVID-19 website that we're using for all of the information. And then finally, Gina and Taylor Stakes have helped me communicate with our students, with friends, and with alumni. But today we're at the end of this first week of classes, and I really want to think about what it took so that we could do remote learning. The academic affairs team spent all of that first chunk of time organizing and coordinating behind the scenes for all of the faculty to be successful. Dee Jones, Dwayne Colthorpe, Michael Soto, David Ribble, Lisa Jasinski. None of us may be aware of all the work they put into this. Then finally, that week after the original spring break, the collaborative put on workshops, provided resources, helped faculty members. I'm really appreciative, especially to Tom Jenkins, the director, and then to Katie Troyer, the assistant director. They just did incredible work. Also, the ITS team, our acting CIO, Art de los Santos, has led that group. But a big shout out to Jessica Bartow, the training and outreach specialist. I know many faculty members have had her right by their desk side, helping them get ready for this week. You all probably have different individual heroes from the ITS team, so please take a moment to thank them. And I just say that there was a really special triumvirate created by Katie Troyer, Lisa Jasinski, and Jess Bartow. The three of them built a new bridge that we were all able to cross this week. But I really want to spend this time thanking you, the faculty members. Here we are at the end of this first week of remote learning at Trinity, and it's your dedication and skill as teachers that have made it a success. You redesigned classes, you sought input from students to understand how to meet their needs, you clarified learning goals to make sure that the new version of your class achieved your high Trinity standards. I saw you attending workshops, you learned new technology, developed backup plans. I've talked with quite a few students, and they're very aware of all of the energy and attention invested in making these classes work for them, the human touch that you've added to everything. You've simply been rock stars, and I thank you for all of the work you did this week. I hope that as you move into the weekend, you're able to enjoy moments of rest and relaxation. I wish you renewed energy and continued success in the weeks ahead. If it wasn't clear before, it is very clear now that we are a resilient and a very innovative community of compassionate people. And while there are a lot of things we cannot be certain about, we can be certain about this. Together, we will remain a force in motion. Thank you.